visiting Palermo for the first time in my life last year with my boyfriend, with my fiancé, and I really fell in love with the city, and I thought like it's a great set for a movie. And I was thinking like, wow, I really have to shoot something here. It's incredible, you know, like it's just like such an inspiring place. 3 days after, I received a phone call from Giorgio saying that normally Madame Prada saw my film Inheritance and she would love me to direct one of the shorts. So I thought like this is really a great, you know, a great occasion basically, you know, like it's just the place I dreamt of, and just like that demand arrived, and so what's better, you know? So from there on, we started thinking together with Jean-Baptiste, who's my fiancé, of how we're going to do this, you know? So we really kind of like started imagining Palermo with the fashion, Palermo with the artisanal work, Palermo with the Vucciria, Palermo and the real people, you know. And for me it was just almost an evidence that I had to go from the marionettes back to, you know, to the real figures basically waking up in life. So I started writing this story where there is this old lady with her husband he's doing the marionettes, and she is fabricating the dresses for these marionettes. A woman of a certain class. You could see that they are people that really has some kind of artistic background, you know, and they're recreators for me. And then from there, just basically these marionettes become real figures, and these real figures just like get alive in the Vucciria, where the lady, basically the main lady, is singing, all the women just like standing up dancing with this collection that we saw on the marionettes. And from there a new couple is born, and we just see them kind of driving on a scoot at the seaboard, like seaside in Palermo. I think it was a challenge for me to work between like fashion and cinema. I mean, often for me, fashion is really like you get dressed up, you know, and I thought like using fashion in real life with real people, it's like almost if you know that creation comes some way from a reality, you know, and back to this reality gave it a sense that I belong to cinematographically, you know. It's just like I like really, I'm very influenced by the kind of like the cinema of a certain epoch of Italy, right? And it's really like the cinema that I almost grew up with. And I thought, you know, like it's really like there is no coincidence in life, though coincidence exists all the time, between your dreams sometimes and who you are, what you would like to do, and things that arrive in your way, and you just like grab that opportunity to kind of express something that just brings these dreams to be in a way true in your life. So for me it was really just like this short was almost an answer to that, you know. I never imagined I'll do a movie in Italy with Italians for an Italian house, you know, or an Italian production. So it was just like an amazing experience, really. Like there isn't a representation of a woman, you know. I think there is a representation of a group of women, which are these women that wear these dresses, right, in a way. And I thought what was interesting is, again, just like I did not want to work really with models, and I wanted to work with an actress basically who is like the main lead in the movie. She's the young actress, because I have two really, the oldest one who's the creator, and then the youngest who becomes almost the continuity of that woman. So for me it's just like, you know, there is no one representation. It's like almost if it becomes diminutive of the presence of the woman in life, you know. I mean, women exist as they are, and each with her own character and her physicality and her mentality and whatever, you know. So it was just a movie about a group of women and not necessarily a woman, really. Oh yeah, I would love to. I mean, I have to think of an idea. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'd love to. Honestly, I'd love to. It's just like, it's really incredible, like specifically Sicily for me, though there is a cultural difference between Sicily and Palestine. I still find like some kind of like similarities. I mean, I'm giving you an anecdote. This time I returned in the summer to Sicily to have my vacation there with my fiance, and just going around, I was really kind of like shocked of how many references they would just like bring me back to who I am. You know, it's like it felt like if part of my culture is just like a mixture of this culture with something else that I live. You know, it's maybe between the Orient and the Occident in a way. You know, so I felt like really very comfortable, very. It's like it felt part of me in a way, and I had really like an idea as well of a movie that I would love to do in Sicily. I don't know yet where I'm going with it, but there is things that really talk to me a lot in this place that I think one day I really need to exploit in a movie. I'm still acting. I'm going to shoot in the very near future with Ridley Scott in his next movie, and then I'm basically writing another story of a feature. I can only say that it's a story that I would love it to happen in Paris with people from different cultures, from different classes, from different ages, and it's almost about the reunion of all these cultures and the separation of the generations and how these cultures play on the different generations in a city like Paris.